Hi peeps! Another glorious day outside today, sunny Leicester. Hope you're having nice weather wherever you are. Right, usual A5 card, 14 by 20 matte and 13.5 by 19.5 centimetres for my topper. This is like a creamy coloured card. I got this from Creative Expressions. I can't remember if it's I don't think it's watercolour card, but it is quite thick. But I'm going to go with it anyway. Might put a bit of water on it, but not too much. So that's my card base sorted out. I'm going to use a little bit of stenciling, and I like this one, Inky Puddles by Cat King Crafts. Just going to have a little bit of that in the background. And I'm going to be using one of Lisa's lovely world seam builders. This one here, I think, with a little bit of water at the bottom and some rocks. And I'm also going to be using these, a couple of Lavinia stamps. May, sitting in her pretty flowers. And these little small pixies. Just something simple today, something quick and simple. Right, let's start off with that. And I'm going to stamp out this first. I want to keep this quite light because I'm going to put the flower, I want the flower in the foreground. Not quite sure I'm going to do that, but let's have a look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp in black, but I'm going to do a bit of green as well. I don't know if I'll get that on that. I'll have to put it on this tall one, I think. It just about fits on there nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the green first, because it's got the rocks there. Because what I'm going to do is blot some of that off just on my mat, so that it's not too prominent. And then I'm going to use this black to get me rocks and me water lines. I think that's about what I'm after. Right, let's have a look then. So I'm going to stamp that about there. Just make sure that bit touches as well, because I'm just slightly hanging over. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend wherever you are. I've spent my weekend mucking about in my little garden. Not got a big garden, it's just a little garden. And I've just been doing bits in there. I've now got all my flowers where I want them and my bird bath where I want it, and been putting lights and things out, making it look pretty. Right, there we go. Still a bit darker than what I expected, but it doesn't matter. I think my flower will still show. Let's give that a clean to get that off my desk before I get in a mess. Right, let's add an extra rock. No, keeping it simple today. So that was the Lisa Magical Maker World Scene Builder set. As you can see, you got these lovely rocks and water and extra flowers and extra rocks in there as well. Good little set. Switch that, I won't need that one. Give me my gigantic one now. So now I'm going to stamp out May. What I want to do is perhaps put our flower slightly forward. I wanted it to look like it was in front of the grass. So if I put it about there, Or I don't know actually. Yeah, I don't want to cut her wings off, so I'm going to put it about there, I think, so it looks like it's coming out of the water. Right, so let's get her stamped up then. Or inked up even. Inked up and stamped out. So I will put a little bit of colour in the flower. Hopefully I'll get it so that you can't quite see those grasses coming through. But if you can, it really doesn't matter. Right, so I want to put her in front of that rock. Just there. And so it looks like she's coming out of the water. Put that about there. She's a pretty little fairy, this one is. Not used this one in a long time. I have just recently ordered some of the Pink Frog Super Smooth, because everybody's saying how brilliant it is and it holds a lot of water and that, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. So I'm just waiting for that to come now. There. I love that. That's really pretty. I need to wet my cloth a bit more. Right, so that's May. I'll give her another clean in a bit when I'm done everything else. Right, so now whether to do the pixies first or whether to do the stenciling. I think we'll do the pixies and we'll stencil around them. I want it so it looks like she's talking to at least one of them. Perhaps put that one standing in her hands. No. Okay, a little block. I think I'm just going to use one pixie on this one. Don't know actually, I will put it. Looks like it's tending the flowers, maybe. No. Ink. Right, I've got a little bit on the excess on that stamp. I'll get rid of that because I don't want that stamping out onto my page. And I'm going to put this one. It looks like it's coming to her. She's calling him over. There we go. Excuse my buzzer, that's my doorbell just gone. Typical, as soon as I get down to doing something. Luckily Callum's here, so he can go and get that for me. So we've got our little pixie there. I'm going to colour this flower in before I... What colour shall we have? I've already got inks on my palette, little bits and pieces of inks and things. Got a little bit of red there, so I think I might go red. Use the red, yellow and the green, I reckon. So I've just got my jar of water. Now this green is lovely because it's got sparkles in it. So I'm going to go down that stem. Actually, I think I need a finer brush. That'll be my new jeans then. Lovely. Right. Nice fine brush. And down that stem. I'm going to take that green into that part of the petals as well. Yeah, I like that. And where these grasses are as well, although it's already coloured, I might put some spots of colour on them to make it look like flowers rather than just grasses. So let me get my next size brush. I think I'm going to do these in this red. And I'm just going to blend it in with that green on top. You can still see the stems through, but the grass through, but I'm not too worried. Oh, I've missed that green stem there, haven't I? And so here she is sitting up atop our flower. Try and keep that nice and neat. I'm always going over my lines, terrible. It's a visual impairment I have. I end up with wobbly lines all over the place. But I do my best. I'm going to run out of this red, I have to get some more. Yeah, let me get me red. Well, I'll go find that now. Is that it? Yeah, this is the pink ink kits I've got here. And this one is called Garnet. I need to water that down a bit because it's going to be very dark now. Right, so I've got the main colour in. And what I'll do then is I'll put some darker shadows in here and there as well. Hopefully that'll cover up some of them grassy stems that are showing through. Right, so I'll go with the really dark now, and I'm going to go over that, but just in the middles, up to that point there. Hopefully it'll make it look how I want it to. And then that one, last but not least. So I don't know if this is the watercolour card that I was sent. No, it's going through, so I don't think it is. It's just cream card. He used to send me all sorts of stuff when I was on the DT. There. So back to that green. I've missed that bit of stem there, haven't I? So put that in there. That's it. And I'm just going over the red now with that green. Because it's shiny, it stands out on top. Just to make it look like it continues on, like it's part of the bud after it's opened. There you go. Yeah, I like that. Now her wings. What colour should I put on this to make it look like little flowers? Or should I just leave them as grass? Might just leave that as grass actually. Right, I've got a little bit of blue in my palette, a tiny bit of blue. I'm going to put some water in there. Nothing too extravagant. Need a bit more blue. Oh, that was a lucky guess as well. Blimey. 2 in a row. On to a good one today. On to a good one today. Right. It's too dark now. I need to lighten that up a bit. Don't want to get the paper too wet because I say it's not actually watercolour paper. It's always darker underneath where the rocks and things are anyway. Take out some of that. Just give that a quick dab. Right, we've got these rocks as well. Have I got any? Got a little bit of greyish there. See if I can mix a bit of, make a bit of a grey colour. Not quite there, is it? Grey enough. There you go, it's grey enough for me. Just colour in my rocks. Just going to go over them all, and then I'll just I'll use my white, my bleed proof white. To give them some shade, some shadow, or light should I say. Some little rocks dotted about in there as well. And there's quite a bit of greenery there as well, so I'm going to colour that in as well. Where's my little brush? Going to go over some of these bits just here because it will give it a bit of a shimmer, and these bits here as well, a little bit of shimmer in the grass. Let's go over these with that shimmer as well, make it nice. And that's brought that, pushed it back to the back as well a bit now as well. There you go. And because we've got grass there, we'll have a bit of green in the water, as it does. The water will pick up any shade that's around, so we'll have a bit of that red as well. Nothing too much. look like it's reflecting in the water. The rocks look purple now, don't they? Right, so her wings, some little yellow wings. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Block that. Put some other colour in there as well. Just put a little bit of this olivey green in her wings, just at the top end. There you go. And the odd bit of colour here and there in her scaly bits. Beautiful. And I'll give the other one, I think that's a pixie, I think it's a boy. So I'm going to give him blue wings. Okay, and get a darker bit. Make it dark just there. Right, and again with that red, see if I can make that bit a bit darker. Again, just to put in them flowers there. I want it to really look dark on the flowers. There. I think that works. So I'll just give that a quick dry off. Paper pad's getting in the way of me. You can see where it's come through. It's definitely not watercolour paper. It's held it quite well, I'll say that. It's not gone all bobbly or not made my paper fall to bits. So you see on that green, got that lovely bit of shimmer in that green. That one was that's a cosmic shimmer one. That one was, that's not it. There it is. It's cosmic shimmer watercolour ink pearlescent. You see all this, that's just the solid colour, and this one's the pearlescent. Give it a good shake and it will you get that lovely shimmer in it. Makes it pretty. Right, so now I shall put the stencil over. I think I like it that way. And I'm just going to fill in, I think I'm going to use the green again actually. Perhaps a turquoisey colour actually. Don't know if there's much on that, but we'll try it anyway. And I don't want to go too near to my edges. I like to try and keep a little bit of white space when I'm doing simple cards. I'll do this colour first. I might add a bit of green to it. Whoops. I've got a bit sticking up now. Oh, bloody bugger, isn't it? Have a look. Yeah, you can barely see that. So I will add some green to that. I want to see it a little bit. Just darken them ones up a little bit. Yeah, there's hardly any colour coming out of that. So let's add a little bit of this green. I think there's some colour in this one. There should be. I was making an aeroplane card for my brother, so there should be some green left in that. Yeah, there is. Like I said, I don't want it too dark, just want to add a little bit here and there. I want to be able to see the background. So a bit of green, bit of turquoise, mix it up. And there you go. I like that, that's just enough now. And normally, or a lot of the time, I would draw an outline around that, but I'm not going to. Like I say, I'm keeping it really simple today. But I am going to use my bleed proof white and my tiny brush to add some highlights here and there. Don't want it to be too, made it too thin now. That's it. So I want some nice little bits in her wings. Give her some shimmer. And the same with his wings. A little bit, little tiny bit on these flowers. I'm just going to go over that with my finger because I don't want it to be too prominent. Just want it to brighten the tips of the flowers, the petals. And I'll do that with all of these as well. You see how just dabbing over it once you've put it on, it just takes that excess off enough. I don't want it stark white on the end of my petals, I just want it a little bit. I'll put a bit around there because I've gone over the line, I can colour it up. Doing this as well, it also separates, you can see which petal's which as well then. There we go. I'm going to put a bit more on our wings, I think. Might stand out more on our wings. Want it to look nice and glossy. That's it. And now the rocks. So, put a bit over the rocks. There we go. Makes them look a bit less pink. I can have a nice big blob of white on it. Too wet, I can't smudge it. And there's a couple across there as well. Right, now the water's edge, always have white along the water's edge. You're always going to get that. Little reflection, and I'm just going to put some more bits underneath these markings that were already there, where the rocks are as well. I've already done the darker shades. You put the darker shades on and then you do the white around the edges where the rocks, where the water hits the rocks. And there you go. I think that's about got it. Get a lid put back on that. Clean it off my fingers before I make a mess elsewhere. Oops. Taking you for a spin now. So there we've got our lovely little fairy scene over the water. And now I've already stuck the mat to the card. So around the corners, does look a bit, needs so much to bring it in, doesn't it? Perhaps I will put a line round. But I am going to round my corners off first, because I can. We'll go with the really round ones. Right, so that's that. It's always silicone mat. You can't move things. It's good when you don't want things sliding around, but it's a living nuisance when you do. So put that, it's going to be stuck on there. Don't know to do a board around it or not actually. I'm looking at it in my phone as well to see. No, I think that'll be alright as it is. I should just glue that down then. And then there's plenty of room up the top there if you want to add a sentiment, or you know, just a nice little phrase, anything, or a happy birthday or anything like that. I was making birthday cards at the weekend, but I've not been able to show them because I don't want the recipients to see them before they get them. Right, let's just try and hold that down a bit because it's been wet, it's buckled where I've dried it, so I need to hold that down firm. Quite often if it buckles too much, I'll put it under one of my boxes. It's got my plastic boxes, it's got quite a bit of weight in it. Flatten it out. But there you go. How's that? I think that's turned out really pretty. I'm pleased with that. What do you think? Thank you for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.